Alright, folks, gather round and let me tell you about Butcher's Union, a restaurant that's like your childhood friend who's always there for you, except instead of playing catch and swapping comic books, you're sharing plates of succulent meats and handcrafted cocktails. First off, let's talk about the atmosphere. It's like a cozy hug on a cold night, but with way better lighting. Dim, romantic, and a bit on the loud side when it's packed. It's like a party in your mouth minus the awkward conversations about your ex. Now, on to the food. Picture this, meatloaf so tender it'll make you forget about your grandma's secret recipe. Blueberry buttermilk pancakes that could feed a small village, and a kale apple salad that's so mild it'll make your taste buds beg for more lemon. And let's not forget the blueberry hard cider, which pairs with the meatloaf so well, it's like a marriage made in foodie heaven. But here's the kicker, folks, this place is so popular, it's like trying to get tickets to a rock concert. Walk-ins are welcome, but don't be surprised if you end up waiting longer than a politician in a swimsuit competition. So, my advice is, bring your patience, or risk looking like the guy who doesn't know how to use a cell phone. Overall, Butcher's Union is a culinary gem that'll make you feel like you've stumbled upon a secret speakeasy from the golden age of dining. Just don't go on a casual date unless you're prepared to fight for conversation space or risk awkward silence. Remember, folks, food is like relationships. Sometimes you have to wait a bit, but when it's worth it, it's worth every glorious bite. 123 Tavern, where the food makes you say holy schnitzel. Alright folks, brace yourselves for a culinary adventure that's equal parts delicious and side-splitting. At 123 Tavern, the food is so good, you'll forget that your waiter looks like a cross between Seinfeld and the Monopoly Man. From the foie gras burger that inspired a symphony of wildlife sounds to the strawberry shortcake that transported our reviewer to a dessert nirvana, every dish here is a masterpiece. The upscale tavern ambience is like something out of a Wes Anderson movie, with dim lighting, cozy seating, and a fireplace that makes you want to curl up and order a side of hot cocoa. But don't let the fancy vibes fool you, because the prices are surprisingly reasonable. Now, let's talk about that blackberry lemonade. It's like a party in your mouth, with every sip tasting like a fruit explosion. The garlic fries are a revelation, with a crunch that'll make the California Garlic Festival jealous. And the short rib tacos. So tender, they should have their own stand-up comedy routine. Oh, and did we mention the parking? It's like a foodie's dream come true. Park in the attached garage and have your ticket validated, because who wants to spend precious burger time circling the block? As for the service, well, it can be a bit like a sitcom waiting game at times. But hey, who needs lightning fast service when the food is this good? You'll be so busy savoring every bite that you'll forget you even ordered anything in the first place. So, there you have it. 123 Tavern, the place where you can indulge in culinary greatness while watching the live-action sitcom happening behind the scenes. Just don't expect to leave without a belly full of laughter and a smile on your face. Unless, of course, you also ordered the smoked drink. Then all bets are off. Yo, Grand Rapids. Get ready for the breakfast and brunch extravaganza that's gonna make your taste buds dance the Macarena. Brunch House is the new kid on the block, and they're serving up some dishes that'll have you breaking into a full-blown jig. First off, their digs are straight out of a Wes Anderson movie. Bright, modern, and welcoming. It's like the set of the Grand Budapest Hotel but with pancakes and mimosas instead of pastries and absinthe. Now, let's talk food. Their menu is like a culinary Cirque du Soleil, with everything from savory to sweet and everything in between. I'm talking Benedict with veggies so fresh, you'll think they just jumped out of the garden. And their fried chicken Benedict. George Washington would have crossed the Delaware twice just for a taste. The service here is on point, like a synchronized swimming team. Shout out to Michaela, our server who was so prompt and attentive, she could have been delivering Dominoes in high heels. And the mimosa flight. It's like a liquid rainbow with flavors that'll make you forget all about those plain old orange juice sippers. Overall, Brunch House is a slam dunk. It's the perfect spot to cure your hangover, impress your date, or just chow down on some seriously good grub. So gather your brunch squad, grab a table, and prepare for a dining experience that'll make you say, hot diggity dog, this place is bananas. Littlebird, where the food's so good you'll slap your bird. Get ready for a review that'll make you cackle like a hyena with Tourette's. Littlebird, a restaurant so fly, it'll leave you chirping with joy. First off, let's talk about that burger. It's like a symphony in your mouth, with patties that sing and fries that dance on your tongue. Trust me, even if you're a vegan, you'll find yourself ordering this burger and saying, "Holy cow, this is off the hook." And don't even get me started on the roasted peppers. It's like they've been on a magic carpet ride to Flavor Town and back. The baba ganache is so savory, it'll make you forget your own grandmother's cookies. But here's a funny bird alert, the menu changes with the seasons. So if you find something you love, hold on tight because it might disappear like a magic trick. Seriously, Littlebird is the culinary equivalent of a game of hide and seek with your taste buds. Now, let's address the cozy factor. The place is so small, you could fit it in a birdhouse. But hey, who needs elbow room when you've got food that's this good? Remember, in the bird world, snuggling is a sign of affection. And last but not least, the service. It's like they've been trained by a master Zen bird. They're so chill and friendly, you'll feel like you're hanging out with your favorite aunt who's always got a secret stash of cookies. So there you have it, Littlebird, a restaurant that'll make you laugh, cry, and eat like a hungry bird. Just be prepared to sing for your supper, because the flavors will have you flapping your wings with joy. Ivio, where the food is amazing, the service is questionable, but the fries are super sexy yo. Buckle up for a wild ride at Ivio, the Grand Rapids joint that's like a crazy ex you just can't quit. The food, my friends, is bomb. Their gyros are so juicy, the feta dip will make your taste buds do a happy dance, and those sexy fries, well, let's just say they live up to the hype. It's like a party in your mouth, but without the hangover. But hold up, before you go running to hug the chef, let's talk about the service. It's like a game of roulette, baby. You might get a friendly waitress who'll sing happy birthday to your sister while coughing all over you, or you might get a side eye from an angry chick who's just dying to get your table cleared. And then there's the whole reservation thing. They're like reservations. No, we don't do that. It's like they want you to experience the thrill of standing in line like a commoner. But hey, at least the service is quick enough to keep your hangry monster at bay. Speaking of the wait, they've got this smug hostesses who'll tell you your kitchen will be closing in an hour and 15 minutes before they actually close. It's like they're trying to trick you into leaving so they can go home early and watch Bravo. But don't be fooled, my friends. This place is worth the wait, even if you have to skip out on Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. Oh, and one more thing, don't expect to sit outside. They have this back patio thing, but it's like the Bermuda Triangle of Grand Rapids. People go in and never come out. So unless you're looking for a permanent vacation, stick to the inside. All in all, Ivio is a roller coaster ride of culinary delights and questionable service. But hey, who said life should be boring? Just don't forget your hand sanitizer and a good sense of humor, and you'll have a night to remember. Margot, Margot, Margot. Where do I even begin? Let me start with the ambience. Imagine stepping into a culinary wonderland, where the open kitchen dances like a symphony of sizzling pans and the chefs twirl their spatulas like maestros. The only thing missing is a disco ball for the lobsters to boogie under. Now, let's talk about the food. Oh my, where to start? The mussels and broth were so delectable, I could have chugged the whole pot and used the shells as a hat. The escargot, perfectly cooked, like tiny pillows of butter heaven. And the steak tartare prepared tableside. It's like a culinary magic show right before your very eyes. I'm convinced the chef could make a Michelin-starred meal out of a bag of chips. The main courses were a dream come true. The duck was as tender as a baby's bottom, and the lamb melted in my mouth like a cloud of savory perfection. So perfectly seasoned, even my picky Aunt Mildred would have given it 2 thumbs up. And let's not forget the cocktails. They're like a party in a glass. The smoking peach is a fruity fiesta, and the pursuit of snappiness will leave you with a permanent grin. It's like drinking a bouquet of fresh springtime happiness. But wait, there's more. The service was so flawless, I swear they must hire mind readers. Our drinks were refilled before I even thought about taking a sip, and our table was cleared so swiftly you'd think we had a troop of invisible ninjas working for us. Now, the only slight downside was the wait for our food. But hey, when the meal is that good, who cares? It gave us plenty of time to chat, bond, and plan our next visit. So, in conclusion, Margot is the epitome of culinary artistry. It's a place where food becomes an experience, and every bite is a moment to savor. Just make sure you bring your sense of humor, because the atmosphere is so light and airy, you'll be laughing like a hyena in no time. You'll get ready for a southern hootenanny that'll make your taste buds dance the Carolina two-step. Tupelo Honey in Grand Rapids is a southern comfort zone where the biscuits are as fluffy as a cloud and the fried chicken will make you cluck like a happy hen. I swear, the cast iron pimento cheese dip is so hot and cheesy, it's like a fiery love affair in your mouth. Now, let's talk about the gumbo. Prepare yourself, folks, because it's a symphony of flavors that'll spice up your senses like a Cajun dance party. Just don't be surprised if you're left wondering, where's the beef? Or should I say, where's the chicken? But hey, don't let that distract you from the mind-blowing cocktails. The So Fresh and So Green will have you feeling like you're sipping on a field of clover, while the Peach Don't Kill My Vibe is the perfect sweet and sassy companion. And listen up, my southern belles and beaux, brunch at Tupelo Honey is a Sunday tradition that'll make you want to shout hallelujah. The fried chicken Benedict will make you forget all your troubles, and the avocado melt will melt away your worries like butter on a hot biscuit. Just remember, this place is poppin' on the weekends, so make sure to reserve your spot unless you want to wait longer than a lazy drawlin' summer day. And if the service is a tad slow, well, just channel your inner Dolly Parton and sing 9 to 5. What a way to make a living. All in all, Tupelo Honey is a grand old southern experience that'll warm your hearts and tickle your taste buds. So put on your biggest smile, grab your best pals, and get ready for a culinary chuckle fest that'll have you saying, bless your sweet little hearts. Lucy's, where the food is good, and the service is, well, let's just say it's not their strong suit. Picture this, you're at Lucy's, enjoying a delicious breakfast of eggs, grits, and cornflake French toast. Everything's perfect until your server shows up. They're like a character straight out of a sitcom, fumbling your order, forgetting your coffee, and generally making your dining experience feel like one big inconvenience. But hey, don't let that sour your meal. The food at Lucy's is seriously on point. They've got everything from classic breakfast dishes to creative and delicious brunch specials. And if you're lucky, you might even get a visit from the friendly ghost of Little Lucy's, the original coffee shop that once occupied the space. So, what's my recommendation? Go to Lucy's, enjoy the amazing food, and just try to ignore the occasional server who's having a senior moment. Who knows, you might even get a complimentary apology letter from the manager and a free meal voucher to make up for the bad service. Just don't ask for their house-made jam. They discontinued it, and the waitress is still mourning its loss. The Old Goat is like an off-brand grandma you never knew you needed. Cozy vibes, live jazz, and finger-licking food have everyone wondering what took them so long to find this gem. Insert black comedian impression here the moment you walk in, you know you're in for a good time. The decor is like a Pinterest board come to life, but it's not trying too hard. It's just funky and fun, like Grandma's house when she's not home. And speaking of Grandma, the service is top-notch. They're friendly, they know their stuff, and they're not afraid to throw a little shade in a good way, of course. Let's talk about the food. It's like comfort food, but with a gourmet twist. The jambalaya is spicy enough to make you cry, but it's also so good you won't want to stop. The pizzas are like grandma's, but on steroids. Crispy crust, delicious toppings, and a perfect excuse to skip the gym tomorrow. Oh, and don't even get me started on their phony negroness. They're like the real thing without the hangover. Because who needs a hangover when you can have a good time? So if you're looking for a fun, funky, and delicious night out, look no further. The Old Goat is the GOAT. Pun totally intended. Just be sure to bring a good appetite and a designated driver. You won't regret it. Gather around, fellow foodies, and prepare to embark on a culinary journey to the Green Well, a restaurant that, like Robin Williams, will leave you in stitches and craving more. Picture this, a menu that reads like a symphony, each dish a culinary masterpiece waiting to serenade your taste buds. I'm from Los Angeles, where good food is as common as traffic, but the Green Well holds its own with the best of them. I swear on the Flying Graysons, their goat cheese dip is a revelation. It's like they took the essence of a nanny goat and melted it into a heavenly spread, complete with the cast of tangy tomatoes and aromatic herbs. And please, don't let your palate miss out on the truffle fries. They're like the synchronized swimmers of the culinary world, executing every dip and twirl with grace and mouth-watering precision. Granted, I'm not a huge fan of their dry mac and cheese. But hey, not even Batman can please everyone. Now, let's talk about the service. I've met robots with more charm, but they also don't serve up delicious food, so I suppose we can look past it. The ambience, my friends, is a work of art. Mid-century vibes and modern touches blend seamlessly, creating a space that's both groovy and grown-up. It's like the inside of a stylish time capsule that serves up amazing food. To sum it up, the Green Well is like a stand-up comedian who can also cook. It's funny, it's flavorful, and it'll leave you wanting more. So gather your crew, put on your finest comedic attire, and head to the Green Well for an evening of culinary laughter and unforgettable dining. Listen up, folks. If you're looking for a good time and some grub that'll make your belly dance like a disco queen, I got a place for you, the Commons. Picture this, you walk in and it's like stepping into a time machine straight back to the groovies. The decor is far out, man. It's like your grandparents' basement, but with a little more style. There's even a lounge area that'll make you think you're at your cool aunt's pad. Now let's talk about the food. It's like your mom's cooking, but with a grown-up twist. Their twice-cooked wings are the bomb. They're baked and then fried, so you get that crispy crunch on the outside and that juicy goodness on the inside. And the dry rub is perfect, not too salty, not too bland. But hold on tight, because the burger here is the real showstopper. It's like a double patty party in your mouth. And those fries. They're like McDonald's fries, but if they were made by a Michelin-starred chef. They're crispy, hot, and fresh every time. Now, let's not forget about the drinks. Their cocktail list is like a trip down memory lane, with groovy concoctions like the Grasshopper and the Pink Mistress. And if you're feeling adventurous, they even have CBD sparkling water. That's like, totally far out, man. But here's a tip, don't go looking for this place in broad daylight. It's like a hidden gem, tucked away in the corner of an apartment building. And don't be surprised if you feel a little lost parking, it's like a mini maze. But trust me, my fellow Earthlings, this place is worth the effort. It's like a time-traveling, taste-bud thrilling adventure all rolled into one happening establishment. So grab your platform shoes and your bell-bottoms, and get ready to groove down to the Commons. I went to Mangimo once. I didn't know they were known for Italian food. I thought they were a sandwich shop. In my defense, I was on my way to another restaurant when I crashed my bicycle into a tree because there was an unexpected drop-off on the side of the road. So I went to Mangimo because I needed a sandwich to calm my nerves after nearly dying. The reviews are right though. It is a beautiful restaurant, and my waiter was very nice. I was not speeding on my bicycle. That drop-off came out of nowhere, so when I told him what happened he said, "Wow, you're lucky to be alive." He said it with so much concern that I started to cry, and he gave me a free chocolate cake. I have to say, it was one of the best chocolate cakes I've ever had. I was glad I crashed my bike, actually. But then the check came, and the chocolate cake cost 10. I just about crashed my bike again when I saw that bill. I guess I only got a free dessert because I almost died. The waiter who helped me, I think his name was Jerry or Gary or something, must get a lot of good tips, because when I tried to tip him he said, "Oh no, I don't need a tip. That's for the other guy." I guess I'm the other guy. Anyway, I would recommend this restaurant to anyone who is looking for a nice Italian place to eat. Just be careful not to crash your bike on the way there. Scuola, where the food's divine and the drinks are a shrine, gather round, foodies, for a literary feast at Scuola, the Bibliophil's dream restaurant in Grand Rapids. Picture this, a grand, 3-story abode adorned with bookshelves that would make a librarian weep for joy. Each floor beckons you into a different realm, from the cozy study with roaring fireplaces to the moody understudy where shadows dance and secrets are whispered. Now, let's talk food. Think classic American cuisine with a twist. Their clams casino will transport you to the depths of the ocean, while their lamb chops will dance on your taste buds like a ballerina on point. But beware, the hush puppies are so salty, they'll make your tongue cry for forgiveness. As for the entrees, they're executed with precision, like a chef's doctoral thesis. The chicken is a bit dry, but don't fret, the braised greens will inject some much-needed flavor into your life. And that ribeye. It's like a steak carved by Zeus himself, tender and juicy with a side of cheesy potatoes that will make your toes curl. But save room for dessert, because their chocolate fudge brownie is a masterpiece. Rich, decadent, and served with a side of heavenly whipped cream. It's the perfect ending to a meal that will leave you feeling like you've dined with the literary elite. Now, about the drinks. They're like little works of art, crafted by mixologists with F's in alchemy. The Secret Garden will transport you to a mystical oasis, while the Suffering Bastard might make you feel a little sorry for your taste buds. But hey, no pain, no gain. And let's not forget the impeccable service. Travis, our waiter, was like a culinary sommelier, guiding us through the menu with the patience and wisdom of a Zen master. He never let our glasses run dry, even during the busiest of nights. So, if you're looking for a dining experience that will stimulate your senses and keep you coming back for more, then Scuola is the perfect destination. Just be prepared to pay a pretty penny, because knowledge doesn't come cheap at this literary oasis. Basalt, a culinary oasis in the heart of Grand Rapids. Picture this. It's a bustling Sunday morning, and you're searching for a breakfast spot that will ignite your taste buds. Enter Basalt, a culinary oasis nestled in the vibrant East Town district. As you swing open the doors, the aroma of sizzling chorizo and freshly brewed coffee hits your senses like a warm hug. You're greeted by a server named Andrew, who has a smile so bright it could illuminate a lighthouse. He's like a breakfast sommelier, guiding you through the menu with the wisdom of a sage. Now, let's talk about the food. Their breakfast burrito is the stuff of legends. It's a masterpiece of culinary engineering, a giant tortilla swaddled in melted cheese and filled with a symphony of flavors. The red chorizo sings in perfect harmony with the fluffy scrambled eggs, gooey cheese, hearty rice, and tender potatoes. It's like a party in your mouth, with a disco ball made of salsa. But wait, there's more. Their hash is no slouch either. Perfectly crispy and not too oily, it's the perfect canvas for their spicy ketchup sauce. It's like a delicious dance between ketchup and habanero, a tango that will leave your taste buds begging for more. The atmosphere is as vibrant as a Frida Kahlo painting. It's the perfect place to meet up with friends, have a date, or even read a book, as long as you don't start a tantrum about it, like the infamous reviewer. But seriously, if you're looking for a breakfast or brunch experience that will make you forget your troubles and dance with joy, then Basalt is your culinary soulmate. Just be prepared to leave your grumpy pants at the door, because this place is all about happiness and deliciousness. Yo, listen up, Grand Rapids folk. If you're looking for a fly spot to chill, grub, and get your caffeine buzz. The Stray is the place to be. Picture this, a spacious digs with the freshest vibes, like a hip-hop club for coffee lovers. You got cozy nooks for plugging in and getting down to business, and open spaces for kicking it with your crew. Ain't no judgment here, homie. Suits, sweats, and everything in between are welcome. Now, let's talk food. They got a menu that's got your back from dawn till dusk. Their lattes are like creamy clouds that'll put a smile on your mug faster than a Kevin Hart stand-up. And their quiche. Man, it's so fluffy, you'll think you're on a breakfast adventure in France. Plus, they even got local art and crafts for sale, so you can shop while you sip. Oh, and get this, they're more than just a coffee shop. They're also a musicant venue. Imagine sipping on your salted caramel latte while some dope band rocks the house. It's like a party for your taste buds and your soul. Now, I know what you're thinking, that sounds amazing, but I bet it's pricey. Wrong, my friend. The Stray got your pockets in mind. Their prices are so reasonable, you'll forget you're in a trendy spot. So next time you're feeling the munchies or need a jolt of caffeine, head over to the Stray. You won't be disappointed, unless you're one of those people who hate good vibes and free Wi-Fi. In that case, stay home, brew. Terra GR, where the food sings and the ambience dances. Ladies and gentlemen, prepare yourselves for a culinary adventure that will tickle your taste buds and make your funny bone jiggle. Nestled in the heart of Grand Rapids, Terra GR is a culinary oasis that proves that fine dining doesn't have to be stuffy. Its charming ambience screams welcome home, while the menu is a symphony of flavors that will make you forget what a calorie even is. Their wood-fired pizzas are the talk of the town, promising a delightful dance of crispy crust and savory toppings. The hot honey pepperoni will leave your taste buds singing a sweet and spicy tango, while the margarita will transport you to Tuscan countryside with its burst of fresh flavors. Terra's cocktail game is also on point. Picture yourself sipping on a masterfully crafted concoction while you soak in the hip and vibrant atmosphere. It's like a party for your mouth and your soul. But wait, there's more. They have a parking lot in the back, so no more circling the block like a lost puppy. And if you have a special occasion or just want to feel like a VIP, they'll print you personalized menus. How sweet is that? Now, let's talk service. The staff at Terra is as attentive as a doting aunt, ensuring your every whim is met. They'll chat you up, make sure you're comfortable, and even make you feel like you're the only table in the restaurant. So, here's your funny fact of the day. Terra GR doesn't have a fryer. Yes, no fries. But don't let that deter you. Their pasta is a culinary masterpiece, and their desserts are a sugar rush that will make you forget all about those golden, crispy sticks of fried potato. Trust me, Terra GR is a place where your tummy will be full, your soul will be happy, and your funny bone will get a healthy workout. It's the perfect spot for a date night, a girl's brunch, or simply an excuse to indulge in culinary bliss. And remember, if you're feeling a little frisky, ask for their signature hair of the dog bowl. It's a breakfast feast that will cure any hangover or just make you feel like you're on cloud nine.